Drink! 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 Drink!
Good evening, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome back to Supermarket Chaos. That's not the one I wanted. Whoops. Starting off right. Starting off right by opening the wrong one. Move to lobby. How you doing, Llama Boy? Let's try that again with the Dreamlike Supermarket. Um, let's see. So, I don't know what all we're doing tonight. I figured we'd start with this and go from there. Maybe it makes sense, maybe it doesn't. I don't know, and, well, I don't know. Well, it's something to play, so there. The Statue of Liberty was not green from the beginning. It's copper-colored and oxidized to its current color. Am doing. Am doing is a good start, I suppose. White chocolate stick biscuits. What a terrible... idea for a snack. Let's see. Strawberry. These need to be hidden in the deepest, darkest dungeon. White chocolate is just all of the worst part of chocolate with none of the good stuff. It's just milk fats. And while milk fats, the fats are fine, just only milk fats is not something I'm particularly interested in. Alright, so we have this place to clean up. Bashing head against numbers, now chilling watching stream. By bashing head against numbers, I'm assuming you are bashing your head against other numbers in the end game, which I'm still working on getting through all of the time theorems to make another step forward. No idea how long that's going to take to actually get through, but we'll get there when we get there. This goes up here. Swimming magazine. Where do we put the next swimming magazine? How about next to sports? I guess we'll put these down here. So we got 2,300 things to pick up. This probably, maybe, possibly will go quickly. If we finish this and we have nothing else on the specific to-do list, then maybe we'll, let's see, what do we want to do after we finish whatever this is? We could do, let's see, this goes down here. Banana potato crisps. Sure. Hair Pro brown hair dye. Hair Pro, oh, black hair dye. Yeah, so I don't know what we'll do after we finish this. We'll see. We'll see what we feel like. Some blue. Blue hairspray. Stripe cookies. Choco cookies. Mild soft green toilet paper. Una Palm conditioner. Green hairspray. Green toilet paper, green hairspray. Yes, that too. I can word good. Winter in white. Ding, ding, ding. Frozen foods. Let's... Cheese dumpling chips. Data cables. Also, these song selections brought to you by Young Nasty Man's playlist that he sent me yesterday. Let's see. Assorted side bento. No, this goes here. Cheese dumpling chips. Ding, 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 ding. Let's see how many times I can click it before it registers. Your next goal is supposed to be a lot of antimatter. Ultra Comfort Mask. A seafood packet ramen. Where did that go? Why did that go over there? Infinity in an exponent. Almond chocolate. We got cola, lime chihuahuas. That way I can at least see it. Assuming the checks note that this is like 5 different things that fill all of these is accurate, then we'll go with that. Milk chunk choco balls. Okay, miso butter ramen. Whoops, purple hairspray. Conditioner. Extreme hairspray. How's it going, Jaffa? Egg sandwich. Giannis premium beer. There's so many weird things. Lime energy candy. I don't see this here yet, so it gets a spot. The most precious thing in the world is you. Aww. Yep, more sorting, just because we might be doing some games with eCorb later, to be determined. But for now, figured we'd try to finish sorting up this this place. Blast Zero Chuhai. Phone. More miso butter. Don't see a spot for these chips. Let's put them here. This candy can go here. One of those. Mask, seafood ramen. Let's see. This is this one. This I don't anticipate taking nearly as long as the last one because it's not nearly as big. More beer. I bet we don't have enough for another upgrade of this yet. Nope, we need 16. We're almost there. One more star, and we get another sticker. Banana potato chips. Hey, we got one. When gaining gold, there's a 1% chance the reward becomes 10x. You immediately give 15 monies. All active skill cooldowns reduced by 30%. Definitely between these two. I think we go with the money upgrade. Ham and cheese. Barley tea. Pretzel sticks. I mean, this rack seems to have a decent variety. Pink chocolate. What is pink chocolate? there. Curry cup of noodles. Let's see. So it'd probably be beneficial. We have no Ichiban beer yet, apparently. It'd probably be beneficial to start trying to clear out sections. Like clear the floor, or the stuff that's spread out, so we kind of create the same piles that we ended with on the other map. I think is going to be my general effort here. Beef croquette. Does not go here. Where does it go? Fried meat roll. So we need 18 sections to get our next star. Cookies. Let's see. When ripe, exploding cucumbers shoot their seeds far away like bullets, along with a sticky liquid. Well then. Put this here. Sweet Neo. Brewski Cola. Okay. I guess that's a... Despite these being also drinks, that just that they're canned drinks. Yeah, we won't go. We won't go there. Tofu veggie shoyu. Seafood cup of noodles. Plain potato chips. Do. Ablaze tissues. Not sure that's really what you want when you need some tissues, but you make your own choices.
Drink! Drink!
How's it going, Sai?
Drink! Drink!
Welcome in. That's full. Put the next one there, I guess. $11 of RimWorld. That seems like a good chunk of time. And it probably didn't feel like even 5 minutes. Frozen green beans. Um, Upgrade. One more level. Let's get some additional reach. Brown dye. Black dye. Let's go there. That goes there. Assorted bento. Extreme hairspray. Blue hairspray. Ramen. I don't know if it accepted that with the question mark. It did not seem to like. I don't see it responding like it like it said it was, or thought it was accurate. But yeah, the store is little. Littler than the other one. Orange energy candy. potato chips, more candy. Koala fingerprints. We had that one yesterday. Free ramen cup. Do do do. Beer of various types and sorts. We have a seafood ramen. Guess we'll put that there. Fresh black cola. No stale cola here. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. It goes there. Calpis pet bottle. Do, do, do. Brewski Cola. Do, do, do. That mask was very much in the floor. We're doing great at finding ham and cheese sandwiches. Ablaze tissues. Let's see that. Hot spice potato chips. So are you trying to do anything in particular um, with your RimWorlds game? Milk chunk choco balls. tea, some cola, some beer. Consomme. Consomme the chips. You went to get a drink, almost twisted your ankle. Well, I guess that's better than actually twisting your ankle, but don't do that. I hear it's bad for your health. Sweep 0. Can we have more? We can have more. We have maxed our carrying capacity. Nothing you can do about your ankle deciding not to ankle when needed. I mean, you can give it a stern talking to. In fact, that seems like something it deserves right now. It's just a stern talking to. Ankle, how dare you not ankle when you're supposed to be ankling? Do better. In the future, any future instances of not ankling when you need to be ankling will be met with stern punishment. How's it going, Derek? Welcome to Weird Ramblings. How are you doing tonight? How's the speed runs going? We're just sort of cleaning up this convenience store of the mind. I guess we're done with that one, so we'll start filling in more here. Got to do a new world record today. Nice. I also saw Amanda got an amazing appearance on your stream. This one's the pink. It's funny that you'd fall for the same trick multiple times. It's not like that's the first time she's hidden under the desk. Cheese sandwich chips. Cheese sandwich chips. Devious and evil. Oh, and then we also have peach potato chips. Oh, I didn't even notice that one before. Cheese dumpling chips. I mean, the message sent was really just a simple, hey, Derek's not at his desk right now. There wasn't a whole lot to that to the plan there. Llama Boy was just the scout. That. Wesh plutonium. Do, do. We need to get Amanda to play the library cleanup. Side dish, bento, cleaning, supplies. Cheese, dumpling, chips. The freshest of colas. I'm looking forward to doing the library cleanup on the randomizer next week. That's going to be fun. That's gonna be fun. Free cup of noodles. I guess the other question that goes along with that, with the New World Record, is how much more time do you think there is potential to save? Because it does seem like right now we're in that phase of times getting pulled down pretty rapidly. Which doesn't always mean that there's a lot more time to save, but it does certainly seem to indicate that there is time on the table right now. I mean, yeah, that's always a possibility. But Kid Aggro could also just end up being dragging them into just chilling here too. It's not like the kids don't know me. That soba cooking. I don't have another soba cooking thing yet. Let's put it here. Then we get some of those. And besides, I know Connor likes me because I approve all of his snack requests. Yeah, it might be around that time. But it's also summer, so who knows? Almond, that goes here. Peach, potato chips. I don't know about that. There's kids all around. 15 seconds faster, lost a lot of time on the final flight. The tail blew up. So what is the time currently? I end up not paying attention. I'm a habitual lurker in many places. That one. Shopping carts appeared in 1937, but customers were embarrassed to use them at first. So the inventor hired people to push them around the store. Wasabi potato chips. That's that sounds like bad choices. 325s, 320. There's still a fair bit then. Um, Morning masks. Cheese sandwich chips. Tissues. I don't know about this whole ablaze tissues thing. No amount of looking at that makes that seem like a great brand name to me. Okay, we're almost to the next sticker. Don't see those, so we'll put them there. Hot spice. Cold brew coffee. Coffee. What? Oh, right. Swimming magazine. Mild soft toilet paper. Canned fish. Duration increases. Money. Potential instant reset. We should do that, and we should start using the skills here. Let's see. So we got 55 bucks. So let's upgrade that a bit. I guess it doesn't matter too much between these two piles, but probably want to work on this one more. Green tea cookies, butter, cat sounds. Water. Well, Calpis, whatever that is. Lemon water. Some bleach. Tissues. Green beans. Nachos sound like a food name, but they actually come from the nickname of their creator, Ignacio Nacho Anaya. Sure. Curry ramen. Gardening magazine. Assorted side dish. Let's do that there. Cool. 23 stars for the next sticker here. Each one. Beer. Magazines. Pet sounds. Do that. Boom. That was a lot. We got several instant resets of the skills on that one. Let's see. Fashion model. Lemon water. LPs. Whatever that is. The human brain is only about 2% of body weight, but it uses about 20% of the body's energy. Unless you have been painted orange, in which case it uses 0% of the body's energy. Fried meat roll. Beer. Hot spice. Doom, doom. Beer. Banana chips. Doom, doom. Cool. Purple hairspray. Lemon candy. Milk balls. Okay. Gotta remember to use that ability much more often. Brewski Cola. Dream Theater. Do, do. Barley tea. Okay. That's making some nice progress. We have a bunch of money. Let's finish upgrading that. Let's get the sprint. I don't feel like I need the shelf finder. Match finder is eh. Reach is good to have, though. Baseball mag. Mystery. Mexicans. Flamingos. Yeah, we've had the flamingo one. Okay, we're closing in on level 4. That sounds. Stripe cookies. Duration of all skills with duration increases. All active skill cooldowns are reduced. So there's 2 duration increases. Interesting. Okay. We need 28 sections completed for the next point. For the next sticker, that is. I have not started another one for the architect. Soba cooking. Fried meat rolls. That gather all the items is also a really good one for making money because you can just dump a ton of stuff in all at once. Make sandwiches. Mineral water. Magnetar flare we've had before. Lime too high. Pick the right spot. Well, that was nice. Two slots filled up immediately. I think the next one I want to focus on, because I like the eliminate a pile at a time. I think we do this one because it's kind of the most spread out. Hot spice. Chunk choco balls. Bleach. Okay. Some plants, when eaten by insects, emit scent signals that attract parasitic wasps that prey on those insects. Let's do this. That goes there. Boom. Do I spend money on the other skills even if I don't plan on using them at all? And it's not like the money has any other use. Okay. We had the barnacle one yesterday. Lots of repeat facts today. Cheese sandwich chips. Increased duration, immediately give money, active skill cooldowns are reduced. Okay. I guess I'm ending up primarily using the skills now, which is fine. Cheese dumpling chips. I see. I wonder if that is all of them. Need 33. 33 points to the next one. Octopuses can sense objects touched by their suckers as if tasting them. Okay. Okay. That should be all of the egg sandwiches. Okay, we should be getting pretty close to finishing this section now. Let's work on finishing this section. That's to 0. Okay, so that section's done. Greenland sharks live for 400 years. Boom, boom. Aw, one short. Premium beer. Bear. Okay. Well, we got 131 bucks. Let's see. So we've got get our speed finished up. Let's get the rest of our reach. And I don't think I care about the rest of these. Another one done. That's complete. 1664 out of 2628. So we got 1,000 to go.
Drink! 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 Drink!
Bunch of magazines hiding over here. That one. Not that one. Do. I see. I see. I had a spot up there for it already. Oh well. Do. Do. Ah, both of these are over here right now. Cacao beans were once used like money. Money. Yeah, we'll take the money. Seafood. Pink chocolate, whatever that's supposed to be. Okay. That's getting nicely filled in. Cheese sandwich chips. Should be all of the Sweep Neo laundry detergent. Let's take these. Extreme hairspray. Venus's surface is hot enough to melt lead. Fresh cola. I don't know what all is really left up there, but well, alrighty then. How you doing, young nasty man? Apparently quite well. You missed the part of the stream where I queued the entire shared playlist that you sent yesterday at the start. Stripe. It's enjoyable. The Dream Theater... I particularly enjoyed the Dream Theater medley that included Pink Floyd right off the top. hard to go wrong with that. I have heard Dream Theater before, at least some of it. Do, do, do. I mean, it's also, particularly for me, where Pink Floyd is legit one of my all-time favorite bands. The Desert Island Discs concept for me would be The Wall, Dark Side, and let's see, what would I take for a third one? Would I go with Radio Chaos? Radio Chaos is a lot of fun. Final Cut. I listened to Final Cut almost every day on the way home from work in Houston for quite a while. That is such a great album. Also an album that for a while I didn't really... There's a couple of songs, Not Now John in particular, that just felt out of place for a while. And then it kind of clicked in like, yeah, actually this does belong in exactly where it's at. Do, do, do. Curry cup of noodles. Hot spice noodles. To Korn's cover of Another Brick. I don't know if I've heard that one or not. I guess the first question there is, how is it covered? Because there's different ways you can do covers. You can kind of do a complete style change, which is very hit and miss. Like, sometimes that can be fine, but other times it just completely takes away the feel of the song. Hate it or admire it. Admire them for trying to make it their own. I'm gonna go out on a limb then and say that it's probably gonna be one that is not my cup of tea. That's gonna be my best guess there. That is my hunch. I could be wrong, but something gut feel says that's probably a safe bet. You play it Sunday so you'd see my reaction. What are we doing Sunday anyway? I suggested potentially doing level 99, but others already had plans. But I haven't seen anybody else respond yet either. Yeah, I mean, we could do that too. Bamboo waits for decades to over 100 years, then blooms all at once. Barley tea? There's also the option of um, Moana, I think is out now. I hear the reviews are doing quite wonderful for a lot of the reasons that we have made commentary about being way too soon. You're okay with skipping Moana? I honestly had thought about going to Epcot yesterday and decided I didn't really want to deal with the heat because it's stupid hot right now. It is so stupid hot right now. Striped cookies. Listen to the new Lynn song on Spotify and pretend to know where it goes. Cool. Wash cleaner. Abomination. Fresh black cola. Cold brew. Hot spice. Lesser known member of the Spice Girls. That was the last of the abominations there. Oh, why did that not get a shelf? The International Space Station. We have seen that message before. Black hair dye. Okay. Another pile cleared up. So we got 3 piles, 500 things. Do, do, do. Wasabi potato chips for pranking friends. Do, do, do. Plain potato chips. Seems very plain. Um, Piggly Wiggly, known as the world's first self-service grocery store, opened in Memphis in 1916 and spread the modern store style where customers pick products themselves. Good job, Piggly Wiggly. Beer, cola, cola, tea, beer, tea, cola.
I am a llama eating a banana. Yum, 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 yum.
Lark and Seal. That would require me actually paying attention to the songs that we're playing. I did not find anything objectionable, but that does not mean I saw titles or anything like that. They're way over there to the they're way over to the right. The ones in Japanese. It's also background music, so I'm not necessarily hearing that much. This goes here. I'm a bad listener, okay? Plain potato chips. You already knew this. Barley tea. A bad multitasker. I feel like I'm an above average multitasker, but things like music are not things that really fill a processing thread of at any level whatsoever. Um, 2,200 out of 2,600. Do, do, do. We had the red blood cell one already. I guess we'll take the 30% increase. That was not the right spot. Spicy seafood. Hot spice. Cheese dumpling chips. Barley tea. Torque, precision. Do, 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 do. Tofu veggie. Wasabi chips. $13 to $48 for the next sticker, which I believe is the last one. Do 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 do. Okay, that one's done. Ketchup was not made from tomatoes from the beginning. It was actually made from catches. They strung them up on a laundry line to dry. That's why they called it catch up, because the catches were up. That goes there. That. Okay. Spicy seafood, frozen green beans. I love how the only frozen vegetable is green beans. Oh? Reason you are late. So you admit you are late. You accidentally derailed Berry Crepe's stream. How did you accidentally derail a stream? Were they playing Derail Valley or something? You have no idea what she had planned. You don't know what she had planned. How do you know that you derailed it? Lime candy is full. Okay. There's no other spots for peach potato chips over here, right? This shelf is completely done. You chatted with Bits recommending Chris James videos covering Chris Angel Mind Freak for Yak content. Ah. I don't know who Chris James is, but the Mind Freak was. I enjoyed. I enjoyed Mind Freak because it was weird. It was right weird for my amusement. Section done. Brewski Cola. Cold brew coffee. Black tea. Is this a new section? Fresh black cola. Hot spice. And this goes down here. Use a butter ramen. Objects with mass cannot reach the speed of light. Everything he covers is stuff. Chris James does media reviews in the vein of AVGN and Nostalgia Critic, but not playing a character. Covers everything. Everything covers stuff he adored growing up. Tries to see how it holds up. Ah, so what is the TLDW for their take on Chris Angel? Out of curiosity. I don't remember Mind Freak well enough to really have a feel for how well it would hold up today. Man. Chris lives up to the freak in Mind Freak, but the show is very much trash TV. I feel like that's fair. It was the typical style for the time. Yeah, I mean that's the way the shows were kind of structured in that general time frame. Okay, we're almost done with this monstrosity. I don't feel like skills are going to help us a whole lot at this point. Do, do, do. Mr. Bean, very fine green beans. Do, 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 do. Bing, bing. Do, 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 do. Barley tea, black cola. Lime candy. Free ramen. Wombats are one of the very few animals that produce cube-shaped poop. That is your poop fact of the day. Ruski cola. Click, 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 click. I love this phase where everything just sort of falls in place. All the magazines done. Barley tea. Boom, we done. 221. Not bad. So multiplayer isn't a thing yet, but that's in the future. There will be multiplayer. So let's see. It's 9:30. I haven't seen an E-Corp stopping by to say, hey, let's play games yet. We could do something that's more fillerish for that, to fill some time. We do have this TCG simulator, shop simulator thing that Llama Boy decided to gift us. That could be a thing. And also, don't wanna. Let's see. We could do some Derail Valley. I could get the controller out and we could do some Brotato. Yeah, I mean, I know I've seen the stuff. This trailer is pretty funny. That feels very loud. Let's deloudify that a little bit. Squish. This DLC looks like it'll be hilarious. I also don't know why I decided to play it in like 180p. But that looks like it'll be fun. We could Dead Cells a little bit. I don't know if I want to get into TCG Simulator at the moment. What do we feel? We could also get Power Wash Sim out. I think there's a couple of new levels since I last played. Unfortunately, SE2, I've not been able to get to run on Linux yet. So I can't play that quite yet. I am also thinking about getting the Alien Isolation back out again fairly soon. Alien Isolation 2 is coming up. And I'd kind of like to run it again before 2.0 or the Alien Isolation 2 shows up. Let's see here. Store. Alien Isolation 2. I'm looking forward to this one. This is gonna be good. Sega. It feels weird seeing Sega in the credits like that. This looks so good. We could also start a Dead Space series run at some point soon.
Yes. I understand.
It looks so good. Cannot wait for that one to show up. What do we feel like doing? What are we feeling like, chat? What are we feeling? What sounds fun? What seems like the things that we should be playing? I don't feel like that would work so well as a stream thing. Let's derail some stuff. Derail. I mean, that's fair, but that's not really my type of stream either. I don't really stream mobile stuff. We join this game in progress that I actually started. Yeah. Oh. We joined this game in progress that I started like 2 days ago. Ultrasaurus has been playing Derail Valley again, and I thought about. I kind of like, oh yeah, I'll load it up. I have a couple of mods, nothing too massive at the moment. I've been browsing for some other stuff, but don't have too much else there yet. I just added this road traffic. We have cars that move. I also have level crossings. Oh, they have sounds. The wheels don't exactly move properly. Oh, they are loud. They are really loud. Audio. Let's turn that sound volume down a little bit. Those will be entertaining. Oh, you owed, but oh what? How much money? Oops. Why did I? 24. So I think I can get the. Why is that? That little Volkswagen Bug is really loud. Oh, I see. I mean, I don't do the gambling games either. Although one would argue that TCG Sim is a gambling game. Hang on, let's see. Control F10. Road traffic. Engine volume. That needs to go way down. So does the horn volume. Route interaction, create routes. Toggle gun types. Playing the house and TCG shop sim, hardly gambling. I mean, it is still gambling in its own way. Okay, y'all need to behave. Licenses. Logi Hall is 20k. I need concurrent orders 1 to get that, so I can't get that yet. EH4 could give me a little bit more power for stuff. Alright, so right now we're at CME. Coal mining stuff here. I just brought some stuff from Harbor. Let's see. We can go to the coal power plant. I don't think we can do it in the rain. This loop is very steep. There's a very dramatic down and back up this way. If we take... Actually, this might be on the high side of that loop. We might be okay getting through that loop. I feel like those horns need to go down a little bit more. Let's see. So, not sure about this path. I know there's a lot of steep stuff through here. Everything else out of here is logistics haul, though, so we kind of have to get... We have to take one of these, really. Problem is, both of these... Right now we have a... Let's see, where is it? We have the DE2. Getting 400 tons up any kind of a slope is going to be rough. Is there... Can we tone down how much traffic there is? This feels, this feels like a kind of a ridiculous amount of traffic. Can we manage to get 400 tons up into the coal power plant with the DE2? It would be very marginal. We might be better off. We might be better off making a run up to the iron mine, maybe, and see if we can get something out of the iron mine. What is MB? MB is military base. We can't go there. Let's make a run up to Iron Mine East. Difficulty-wise... difficulty-wise, I'm playing with the realistic with some modifications, like I have the flash enabled because it's a bit of a pain to deal with moving around otherwise. The title can be whatever. Fine. Okay, done. Let's see. We are here. I want to go right, right, right. What, you don't like the new title? Turn it on. Brakes off. We want to go that way. Brakes are off. Whoops. Little too much power. Now we can go full beans. And we're off. Uh, 60. Let's... We're gonna need a little bit of power. I was looking... So, Ultrasaurus was playing this overnight, and I was looking at the rail driver controller this morning, thinking, yes, I want this. I want to spend $250 on a controller for one subset of games that I play, because that makes sense. Okay, so we have a 50 coming up. If we can... A 50 with a grade, we can give us a little bit more power here. Da-da-da. So the rail driver controller basically puts all of these controls in physical form. It's a really cool looking controller, but it's kind of expensive. I should see if I can make... I wonder how difficult it would be to make something like that. Shocking. Do, 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 do. I need to get the museum license, and I prefer to get a DE6, but I've got to build up money for that. 70 with 2% grade, about there should be fine. These wipers really don't do much. I guess technically you're supposed to be sitting here driving. And they do more that way, but then you can't see anything. We need 40. Totally didn't just lock up the brakes. It's fine. Okay, why am I getting this tilt every time I go to look at the map? We should be making the turn going up to... Oh, we have one more right to make. In 0.3 kilometers. Now, I don't know... I don't think I've actually ever been up to the Iron Mine... up to Iron Mine East. So I don't know if we're gonna find a load out of Iron Mine East that's gonna be any better for us. I just know the 400 that we had out of the coal mine was very, very marginal. Alright, let's park there. go. My flashing is not precise enough. Alright, so there we are, Iron Mine East. Let's see. So we have a couple of shunting jobs. We have a... This is probably our best bet. 340 is still questionable, so let's grab this. We need B3 in. Wait. Oh no, B4 out. From Iron Mine East. So we should be sitting like right about here. Is that connected? Okay, so we came into... We're over there on the B input side. Okay, this is connected. Okay, so we're looking at B. Why? Why do you keep doing that, game? B4 would be 2, 3, 4 would be this one. So if we pull through and back into this, yeah, there's our B4. So I'm gonna back up the train close, but not pick it up quite yet. Then we'll go and turn the order on and finish the hookup and get moving. We also need to set the routing to get to the steel mill from here. Also, Llama Boy, is the new title any better? This... It's very slippy. Coupler is open. Okay. CPK 310. 552. 385. Running around the house doing 5 things at once. Impressive. Coupler is open. One of the mods I've got is changing the couplings to use these AR knuckle things. Okay. Train is coupled. We are heading to the steel mill. That sounds like a lot of air. That's closed, so why are we sounding like there's just a lot of air going? Okay, I guess it's sorted out now. Alright, we are here. I would need to be here. We can't make a right turn out of here, so... that. So if we... leave here. I want to be right side. So right should send me this way. Left. Right should send me to the steel mill. We know if it's done the right thing if we hit this loop. Got a heavy load behind us here. Doopa-doopa-doopa-doo. This should just loop us around. Signals should already be set up for the bypass track. All of the other signals should be set to get us to the steel mill. We still have to set up our entry into steel mill for the drop-off, but that part is usually once we're pretty much there. And this should be... 12,000, so we should get like 15 ish thousand. I don't know why I keep getting this lean. Am I just like barely nudging my queue, or is it just sticking together for some reason? Hey, the rain stopped. Choo choo. We're just gonna go cruising right across that right as I'm approaching, huh? That car just got hit. Okay, we are on the bypass, which is good, because I don't know if I could stop this train that fast enough to avoid running into these other parked trains. Oh, look at the cute little train. Look at the cute little loco. Is that the steam shunter? Yeah, that's a steam shunter. Little steam loco that's primarily for shunting. It's not really intended as a road train. Realistically, this particular loco is not designed as a road train either. Or with grade up, we're gonna have to give this some beans to make the even a 1% grade is a lot with this load. I probably should have gotten a bit more run before hitting this slope. We got 1.1 down, we got 60 to work with. Let's back off the power just a nudge. .70 with a big downslope. Do. 60 with 1 degree down. Put too much brakes in. Do 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 do. Alright, so we should next have another right turn. Dun, dun, dun. Got 60 to work with. We got a little bit of... We can allow it to speed up a little bit. I want that as a right turn.
Drink! 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 Drink!
But that's... I don't know what I'm going to do with you all. A little bit more. Okay, we have 80 available. This feels like a trap. And they just had a clappy clappy reward for hydrations without complaints. It's pretty out here. If that's where we're going. Oh, I think this is the loop around. Oh, we need to... We be gaining some velocity here. We gotta drop to 40. We have a speed restriction of 40 coming up. With a fairly steep slope. Focus groups found them very motivational. Uh-huh. I remember the last time I played much, this little loop is one of the spots I did manage to derail because I didn't pay close enough attention to how quickly the speed restriction dropped. And this looping path is very sensitive to that. So next turn should be a left turn. Okay, so we're showing an 80, dropping to 60. It does not feel as flat as that grade marker advertised. And we have another 40 restriction coming up after this. There's the 40. Basically, on these speed restriction signs, if there's an up or down arrow under them, that signifies a 20 kilometer per hour change in speed restriction. Okay. Okay, so we're at the upper part of that loop. Off that segment that comes from the military base. I'm definitely leaving a lot of available headroom on the speed, on those speed restrictions, but this this train consist for this loco is pretty much at the limits of what it can do with the elevation changes. Why does it feel like I'm going uphill now? There wasn't a positive grade marker. Now there's a positive grade marker. Oh no, that's a negative grade marker. Just like a little lump of a hill that was there. And now we have a 40 again. Oh, and we are spicy. should be coming up to that left turn. There it is, and 0.2, and we got a 2.3 grade down right now. Almost forgot. Left turn. We need 30. We're on the 30. What did you almost forgotted?
It's Friday then. Saturday, Sunday, what? It's Friday then. Saturday, Sunday, what? Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, we should be able to let this coast through and start picking up speed again. Okay, hold on. We need controls, control bindings. Whoops. Control bindings. Remove. Remove. Okay, hopefully that stops this whole leaning bit. Alright, so we're going to have a right turn and then another right turn. So we just passed... I thought we just passed that. We are... Yeah, we should be on that turning... Yeah, so now we're going south. That should be right. That should be right. I'm undecided how I like the traffic mod. It feels like too much, at least in the 2 stations we've been in so far. We have...
Live says, we are the cosmos experiencing itself. Every atom of stardust that forms our bodies was forged in the explosive heart of dying stars billions of years ago. In this brief, magnificent flicker of consciousness, the universe wakes up to admire its own infinite beauty. We do not just exist in the universe, we are an inseparable living extension of it, carrying the ancient, burning secrets of creation within our very selves. We are a way for the
turn. We should have
cosmos
another
to
right
know
turn
itself.
coming up. Okay then. Do. Good to know, Stitch. On the level. Have the right turn. We have... It's showing a 10 with a 6 immediately behind it. I feel like that's just incredibly trolly to do something like that, and it shouldn't show the 10. Stitch sounding more like some guy named Jeff. Jeff? My name is Jeff. Listen, the AI is drunk. Okay, so we should have no further turns needed as we approach the steel mill. We're supposed to be leaving this on B3I. So we're coming in here. That's right. Left. So that should put us on B3 in. And it is very dark. Now, what are the chances... Well, actually, they should be fine, because we just set them. But what are the chances that the tracks are clear? The restriction dropping back to 100. Do. Dropping down to 80. I think there's one more crossing to go. I think this puts the river back to our right. I think I see the lights of the steel mill coming up. 80, and we have grade up. Do 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 do. $60. We still have a steep grade, steep climb going in, so I want to keep it. Okay, now we're approaching the steel mill. We'll let that speed bleed off a little bit. Hey, we are here. Okay. Come on. There we go. Now, let's see. Station map. Should be over here. Okay, take this, go bonk. Money, 18 grand. Do. Well done. We didn't even damage anything. So there's the shunting order to unload. What do we got? We got some shuntings. We have a steel mill down to harbor. We got 43 grand. What is that? E2480. Is this the one that I was driving? That one's the one I was driving. Why do I have fees attached to this S60?
Drink! Drink! Drink!
Uh-huh.
Drink!
Weird.
Drink!
How do you expect me not to look, Llama Boy? I don't understand how you think this is supposed to work. I don't understand how you... where you get this idea that I'm not allowed to look. I thought this was a shop, but I guess not.
Young Nasty Man, Live says, is math invented or discovered? Is the S or the C silent in scent? The number of people older than you never goes up. Do I exist because I think, or do I think because I exist? A human hand touched every brick in every building you see. Who closes the bus door after the bus driver gets off? A single Sour Patch Kid would kill a Victorian-era child. Nothing is ever really on fire, but rather fire is on things. Why do we cry when it's the onions that are getting hurt?
Oh, that was great. But you see, the thing is, Llama Boy, everything on my desk is pretty much in my peripheral vision, so I don't have to look at my drink to be able to pick it up. It's not necessary. Whoa. I just wanted to get on the building. This is totally realistic. Alright. I need to take a quick break. I will be back in just a minute. I'll leave you to watch the cars drive by. Honk honk! Ah, that was fantastic. Alright, so... why do you sound like a chainsaw? Alright, so I would like... let's take a look here. I don't think I have any owned vehicles. Licenses... Goose honk. I would like to have... I think the DH4 would be a good loco to get my hands on. DH4 is a much more capable traveling road. So to get that one, we need to unlock long 1 and 2. Don't really care about the DM3. That's a shifty one. And I don't really want to drive Steam. DE6 is kind of the big boy I would like to be driving. BE2 is tiny. The other way that we could potentially make more progress in terms of heavier hauling would be getting multi and running a pair of D2s. Let's see. I think I want to aim towards getting the DH4. I've been thinking about picking it up, having too many other things to focus on. I did see it on the wish list.
Young nasty man, Leave says, if oranges are orange, why are limes not called greens? Every broken clock tells you the exact time it passed away. If you clean a vacuum, do you become the vacuum cleaner? If procrastinators had a club, would they ever hold a meeting? If tomatoes are a fruit, does that mean ketchup is a smoothie? It has to be a little disappointing to be 411 on the FBI's most wanted list. If you buy a BB Blurp bed, you're left with more bedroom, but less bedroom. If midnight snack's bad, why light inside fridge?
So we could get the logistical haul license and do something like this giant train. Take a bunch of train cars back up to the iron mine. That's still 240 tons is still right at the edge of what we can haul with the DE2. Yes, but if midnight snacks are bad, let's see. That's a really heavy haul. We could, I think we could get this down to the harbor without too much trouble. $300 tons over to Goods Factory Town would be pushing it. There's some steep hills in the way. And even though this claims 300 tons uphill, that's very much on the edge. I'm leaning towards taking this one down to the harbor. Let's see. I think, doesn't this area... No, harbor definitely has a shop, right? Repair, diesel... Yeah, harbor has a shop. City West has a shop. I'm surprised City South doesn't have a shop, but City South has the museum. I think we take this freight. Because right now we'd have, if we spend the 30,000 to get the prerequisites unlocked, that gives us 10,000. We basically need 80,000 to get the thing we want. So B6. Right now we are on 3. This should be 6. That's 7 that side. This should be 6. One, 2, 3. 4. Did I just miscount? Ah, there are 5. I didn't count them all properly. All right, let's go ahead, pick up our order. Power on. Forward. And brake. Why honk? All right, station map. That's good. We're gonna trigger all these over. We just have to switch this one back. My horn's louder. I need this switch right here. Everything else should be good. Six. Open. Have so many great classic horns. Do 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 do. Don't want too much. I like these couplers a lot. Okay, so we're gonna come out. Out here, make a left. Make a left. Make a left. Make a left. Make a right. Make a left.
Young nasty man, Lip says.
How's it going, Sanjay? Welcome in.
Ended the dinosaurs was the highest ratio of killing birds to one stone in history. Memory foam doesn't remember us. It remembers itself without us. When it starts to remember us, we throw it away. Somewhere in the world, there's a tree that sprouted the same day you were born and has been growing along with you. How can your body replicate the feeling of falling from high altitudes in a nightmare if you've never fallen like that before?
Maybe I have fallen from high altitude before. In fact, I definitely have. I'd say 13,000 feet is high altitude. High enough, anyway. Okay. Time to get cooking. How you doing, Sanjay? Welcome in. I'm just doing some derail valleying. Trying not to derail. Making this poor little DE2 really work hard. It helps. I mean, I know the game is called Derail Valley, so it suggests that you should derail, but... I feel like my joke wasn't appreciated, Llama Boy. Why? Did you not appreciate it? Should have all the switches already set the way I need them. I don't know about in harbor, but we'll cross that harbor when we get there. I missed you asking to choose between 1 and 4, and I got the secret 5th. I see. Yeah, some of the pace of change on some of the speed restrictions is a little bit crazy. Especially with how some of the switches are signaled. So, what is number 3, Llama Boy? We're basically at the hill climb limit for this loco. I see. Air horns. I don't know. Would I? That clicking is slightly concerning. I think we managed... I think we got through that one. Through that little bit of hill. Just looking at the power dropping off slightly. We have a 90 with a drop down to 70. But then we have a 60 on the junction. Down arrows should only be steps of 2. Do. 50 to the left. And we're still hill climbing to the left. Do. Aha. We're being discorded. Allegedly. Uh, 50, but we've crested the hill and now have a downgrade to work with. I should answer it? Nah. I looked, it looked like some nerd. Am I wrong? I still wanted left, right? Yes. Next one, I want right. Nah, you're a nerd. You hang out with a bunch of nerds. You can't not be a nerd. I just did. You hang out with nerds. You're a nerd. That's how it works. We have a 10. That's increasing to 120. But that seems like the biggest trap that there is. I mean, if you hang out with musicians enough, then you're bound to pick up something. Dropping back down to 10. You're face to face with greatness, and it shows. I don't know, I'm still struggling with getting enough time theorems to make progress, so... A nerd without the intellect is a dweeb. Why are you trying to call Llama Boy a dweeb? Young Nasty Man is just making stuff up. A groupie. Only if they carry equipment. No, actually, that would make him a roadie. Yeah. I have had thoughts about getting into the rigging business. Hanging from beams, things like that. I'm the type of nutcase that doesn't have an issue with heights. Oh, you want to run a chain around up there? Okay, well, get me up there, and I'll walk down the beam, no problem. Do 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 do. Got a 60 coming up. We should probably got some power here and be ready to slow down on one of these trap last second speed restriction signs. We have a 60 on the right. $70 with the downgrade. Let's cut power. We should be mostly downgrade all the way into the harbor at this point. Next should be another left. There's one of those lovely trap 70 to 40 restrictions. Oh, look, a 70. How nice. And a reminder of what derails around here can do to you. Put you right in the drink. Let's see. Slowly speeding back up here. Do. Bum, 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 bum. 60 with drop to 40. Let's put a little bit more brakes on to pull us back down to 40. Or at least closer to. I think we're close enough that it's not an issue, but... I will say the distances and altitude and heights in this game feel really weird to me. Like, this does not feel like there's enough height to sustain the grade that I know there is all the way into harbor. I know the restriction says 70, but I know we're coming up to the junction, and I think this junction drops us back into 40. Do 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 do. To the left. 40 even grade is a lie. Because we have this hill all the way down to the harbor from here. Degree grade all the way down into the harbor. And as soon as the mass from the Arkansas gets over the hill, then it starts really pushing us. We got a 40, the 1.7 down. This grade also makes it really hard to get anything heavy out of harbor with this train, with its loco. Harbor. Going in here, left. 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 This is going to D4I. Right into D. Actually, that means I need a right turn here. Because I need to switch the train. I need my loco at the... I need to back into D. Train's coming. Oh, whoa! Where'd you come from, dude? Okay, slow it down a little bit. Yes, we're backing into D. First, we're going to pull into C. And after we pull into C, we're going to back into D. I said what I said. We're not going to pull all the way into C, though. We're gonna pull just the tip into C. We have to pull the tip into C so that we can back into D. The C is right over here. Let's do that. There's a lot of stuff in C. C is busy over here. Okay. Now we are gonna we're gonna have this go this way, down here, and there. Okay, that should back us into... Wait, was it 3 or 4? 4. That should back us into 4. Oh wait, I'm coming from the... I was trying to come from the wrong side there. This is... left... right, left. Puts us on 4. Back, brakes off. Everything's looking good there. What is going on there? Why is there a boat in the middle of the pavement here? Got another DE2 over here. Little man on the boat? I didn't see a little man in the boat. Do. You probably shouldn't try to run across the tracks right in front of a train. Not a good idea. All that C&D around, nobody can find the little man in the boat. Is that right? Yes. I can't see if 3 is open yet. Or 4, rather. 4 is open. Good. Okay, let's slow it down a little bit. And now we're going to set up for kinetic decoupling. You'll help with C&D later? Nice. We're going to set up for kinetic decoupling. So I don't know how they do this in the real world, but I learned about this kinetic recoupling thing. It's kind of cool. So the way train brakes work, the main train brakes that go throughout the entire train, is they're all pneumatic. That's what this air line here is for. If we turn that line off, or that connector off, that keeps all of these pressurized until one of these disconnects. Stay hydrated to take all the D. Now, with that, if we also open the coupler, then when the train consist is close to where we want it, which we're getting pretty close now, we're almost there, almost there, we can kick the independent, it decouples, the line depressurizes, which causes the train brakes on this section to fully activate. Meanwhile, we're ready to go. Does it save much here? Nah, not really. If I was shunting it where I was shuffling cars between spots, it can be a nice little time save. I would love to do... I honestly would love to play this game multiplayer. And do some work shunting. Basically do multiplayer shunting where you have one person that's setting the cars up to decouple that way. One person driving the train. Stuff like that. This should be good. Whoops. Cut off. Validator. Money! 16 money. 16,000 monies. 33 minutes out of 71 minutes for the bonus. We did it. 2,000 for the maintenance stuff if we were actually doing all of that ourselves, or all of that manually and all. So we have 59,000 monies. So we need 20,000 more to get the DH4. I think it's DH4 is the one I'm thinking of. Yeah, DH4. This is the one I really want to get my hands on. Gives us a lot more power. DM3, we could try getting a DM3 and learning how to drive it. The DM3 is a little bit weird because it has a transmission. You switch gears in this thing. I don't know what the gear sequence is. I don't even know where one is to pick up. Station map. Shop is over between E and F. It should be around here somewhere. There it is. Light bars. We have some mounts. Steve's garage key. Soldering wire. Brake checklist. Train brake checklist, I guess. A bunch of stuff for driving the steam engines. Start fire. Open blower valve. Fill the oil cups. Hush, I'm busy. Hangers. $400 for a little hanger. $50 for a little folder. Nameplate. A briefcase. Different mounts. Different lights. What is a can of sand for? End of train lanterns. Duct tape instead of... They're honking to say hi. Duct tape instead of screws to mount stuff. Sticky tape. I don't see... Like, getting the garage key could be good. I don't know which garage Steve's is. Let's see. This is the tutorial garage. There's a garage way up here. One of the garages is here, on this little stub. I think one of the garages is here. Not positive on that. Alright, let's see. Cars are doing wheelies getting on the road. Wow, drives right through me. It's like I'm not even there. Wow, no driver. That is actually kind of freaky. What all do we got going out of here? We got 400 tons going up to the sawmill. Getting 400 tons out of here with the DE2 is unlikely. Wood scraps to the sawmill. That's a light train. Scrap containers. That's a light load. It's a long one, but it's a light one. Where is B? I thought B was military. Yeah, B is a military base. Oh wait, no, that's B. Arrival at B. E. Or 19 tons going up to Food and Factory Town. That's a long train. Empty Sun Omni containers. Why is that not a logistics? That should be a... Whoa. Hello, memory. Hello, Umkill. I guess game is telling us that it's time to wrap things up. Steam got Umkilled. Completely. Wait. Yeah, all the browsers are still there. I don't know why it decided to Umkill Steam in the game. I wasn't going to do another run tonight anyway. I was just kind of browsing what was available. And game should have been saved recently enough to not be problematic. But yeah, that's going to do it for tonight. I was kind of planning on the wrapping up of things about that time anyway. Let's see here. We may potentially do stuff on the weekend. I am unsure on that. Normally I would go towards some of my regular path, but since we were derail valleying, and I see a derail valleying in my suggesteds, let's go say hi to new person and see what they're derailing. Yeah, so we may do some stuff over the weekend, undecided on that. I still need to work on pre-staging stuff for the StarTex. I did a little bit yesterday, I think. I haven't touched it today, but I still need a lot more copper to really be able to do anything effective at the moment. Yeah, that's going to do it for tonight. We're going to go say hi to Rescue Jake, who is currently driving... What is this? I want to say DH4? I think? Currently driving the DH4 in reverse. But yeah, let's go say hi.